of college. Get the fuck out of here, man. Don't try to do that new wave accomplishment shit. That don't got nothing to do with the
Bro,
impact.
they have the
The
same
impact.
success. Granted, I mean, it's like you said, Joel Embiid has to play more of his career, and then I
Yeah,
get it.
like
That's why I'm
bro.
not saying that like Tracy McGrady is like not ahead of Joel Embiid. I have him like a hair ahead, but I don't have this big gap in between them.
Joel
Okay.
Um,
Embiid's never played over 68
Come
games.
on, man. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
yeah, but
Like,
I'm saying if Joel Embiid's career plays out, I think him and Tracy McGrady will have a lot of games a lot of games missed. And then on top of that, I think their playoff success is about the same right now.
I
Granted,
should
if
not have
Joel
taken a
Embiid makes
shot.
a deep playoff run, I mean, shit. They both have two scoring titles. Joel Embiid has the MVP.
I should not
That's
have
why I
taken
said
a
it's a
shot.
hair, bro. They have everything is the
You
same across the board
listen.
besides
Tracy
MVP.
You
got
need to knock it off. I'm
6
telling you now, please. It is way more than a hair, brother.
he
It
played.
is way more than a hair. The
It's
only
not.
reason I'm telling you,
Not.
the only reason you saying this is because you didn't get to see Tracy McGrady's full career. You got to see the end of Tracy McGrady. So
That's fine.
you're good.
What's there
No,
to
that's
go?
not
What's there
no.
to
Hell
go?
no. You're crazy.
What
You're
is
out
there
of
to
your mind.
go?
We're talking about impact. Impact.
Impact.
Joel Embiid,
Joel
don't
Embiid,
listen.
one of the
Fuck
greatest
out of
centers
here.
of all time, talent wise. They're both the same thing. A lot of
You're out of
talent.
your fucking mind. No, he's not.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Start
No,
getting
Bro,
he
just
is
like you
not.
said to me
Scoring
about 2 minutes ago.
three runner ups, right, for MVPs. All right,
Who?
does not matter. No, I mean just being in the conversation. 3 straight years being in the conversation. All are subject to question because of how many games he plays. No matter what. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't even play 2 years when he was drafted. You understand? Come, bro, stop. The boy came straight out of
Why
high
would that
school,
have
man.
anything to do with anything?
What do you mean?
All I'm saying
Because
is
we
What
talking
is
about how much he
anything to do with
played
that?
on, and you
What
saying
is
he just a hair ahead of him? You're out
all
of your
I'm saying
mind.
is those 2 times he was second in MVP, Tracy was 2 times fourth in MVP. Guess what? They both lost. So that shit don't matter. That
Yes.
shit don't matter.
Yes.
But Joel Embiid won one, so if
I
that
Yes,
don't
said
matter and
impact.
winning does,
never played over 68 games in his career. Tracy
That's from
McGrady
this new
played over
shit, bro.
7.
He got an MVP in this shit. Like, get the
They
fuck out of
both
here.
had no playoff success, so can't talk shit on success in that factor.
Mm-mm.
I'm just picking
The
Tracy.
word that I used was impact. Impact. Because all of the other shit is totally up to question for both of them guys, right? They
For
don't
years,
have any.
well,
Yeah.
if the word of the day is impact, what real impact did Tracy McGrady make if
for
they've never?
years, people were talking about who's better, him or Kobe. For
That
years,
that's ass. I wish I was alive during that era because
you are
that's
you're alive.
ass. Well, I meant like
Yeah.
now then.
Matt telling
Early,
you, bro. This
early
gang. You
2000s,
always say this right hand and all that. Look, and he just told you. He
those
just
3
told you.
seasons, motherfuckers were
What
better.
can
Kobe
He just told
was
you.
better. No,
what was the
we're talking
You
about.
know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, gang.
nah?
All the
Kim's fucking
time, bro. All the time.
Kevin's
No, but
fucking
listen,
there.
it's only because listen, man. I love your sidebar conversations that you bring to us, though. You know what I mean? Because sometimes they're okay, but then it's like, hold
No,
on,
no.
man.
So like, just for
Hold
that,
on, bro.
I started recording, so I just wanted to get you going. I like
I
I
peeped
think
that.
like Tracy McGrady is ahead. Like I believe that. I think it's more than a hair, but
Mhm.
like this dude was tweaking, like saying that like he was shitting on Embiid, saying he wasn't even in like top 100
All right, so
lists. Like yeah,
real quick.
Yeah, let me hear what
Where
my boy
would
had
you
to say
have
real quick.
Tracy McGrady? Like roughly. Where would you have
Yeah,
Tracy McGrady all time?
because this is
all
crazy.
time. I
Yeah.
mean, that's like I'd have to like when you get that far down the list, like past top 20, it's fucking hard.
So
Okay.
what you
'Cause
say, like 35 range, 50 range?
I mean, if I could argue that he would be top 35, at least like 35th.
Okay.
I could argue
Where do you argue that
All
Joel
right.
Embiid is?
probably outside of the top 50.
Okay. So okay. All
Like,
right. So he just was literally
but like
getting it
for
going.
me, like I take into the fact, and that's why I would probably even push Tracy McGrady a little up on that. Is I do
Yeah.
take into effect how much talent these players actually had,
Yes,
and
bro.
that's why I say Joel Embiid is a lot higher because it's like he has that. If he just somehow accomplishes a ring, that'll
Mhm.
boost him severely. But like his talent alone, he's a very unique like player that we. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
So if he
And I'm
doesn't
just
actually,
this is also me falling in love with his game again because he's been going off lately.
so listen, I got something for you. And listen to kind of buffer what I was saying about if he actually plays more games, right? The truth is he if he redevelop his game to like still play how he plays, right? But not play that way defensively, he's gonna be really good. You understand what I'm saying? Because as long as he's not risking getting dunked on and shit like that, like you can see he is getting dunked on now because of how that knee is. For some way to sustain him to be even more potent offensively, it's gonna be a problem. You understand what I'm saying? Because his game is that. But they have to have, you know what I mean, that complete type of team. Like we talk about everybody that has to be covered up.
Bro,
You
if the
understand what I'm saying?
76ers
Like whether
somehow
it's a
got their
guard or
hands on
whatever.
like Mitchell Robinson, that would be fire.
With who? Say that again.
If the 76ers got their hands on Mitchell Robinson,
Okay. That's crazy.
they both like limit their minutes. Both give you like 20 minutes each.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Because he still get the boards, he still get the assists. It's just defensively, you know what I mean? Like he's not a threat. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. I would try to run rotations where like because how you say on defense, I wouldn't even want Embiid banging too much for the rebounds.
Yeah.
Because people target him, bro. People target him in the fucking paint when it comes to rebounds.
For sure. You're supposed to though. Like that's sports. That's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yo, man, you good?
I can't hear you.
Yeah, we couldn't hear a word you said.
Oh, I wasn't talking. I was just saying yo with no voice.
I thought you were saying a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, that's my word.
I was just saying hey yo, but without saying it. You feel me?
Okay.
All right, my brothers.
Brother man.
We are snowed in. The weather is frightful. Let it snow.
I think more than the snow is just brick.
Yes, sir. Y'all ready?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
All right, 3, 2, 1, and welcome everybody back to a different sports show. We are back on Squadcast. We are back on your screens. Why? Because we are snowed in. When this episode releases, there will be a snowstorm, and we're prepared for it. I mean, all day it was like, at one point, it was -3 earlier this morning. It was cold today. I think it got as high as 10. The world didn't even try today. The sun didn't even try to, use its warmth on us. But I'm here with my co-host, Matt, my co-host, Kem. I'm the other co-host, Thomas Saxby, and it is a pleasure to be back on your screens for another week talking sports. We got football. We are down to our last 2 games, or our last 3 games of the year with our championship games and then the Super Bowl.
Right.
And then the NBA, it's getting hot. The trade deadline is coming soon. How are my guys? What is up with you guys? We are snowed in. Show off what y'all wearing, fellas.
Oh, man, you see, man. Hey, man, prepared. Dress for success.
Sir.
Yes,
sir.
Comfy.
So, listen, I want you guys to just take a second with your opening takes. Talk about the cold. Talk about the snow in general. Talk about what's cozy to you. Because, look, fellas, we are pretty fucking cozy today.
All right. I'll go. So, real quick, fuck the cold. I just want to start there, yo. Why? Like 30 degrees, that's cool. 20, you're pushing it. Why they gotta hit the negatives? Why they gotta do it? There's some spots in the middle, or I almost said Middle East, Midwest. In the Midwest, they hitting like wind chills of -50. What? They're having reports going out saying if you're outside too long, it can be deadly. What? I don't fuck with none of that. They're saying up here it could hit like -30 wind chills. I'm not like over the next 2 days at night. I'm not fucking with that. I'm going to work and I'm staying home. There's no going out right now. Fuck that. Good off that. Fuck the cold. Cozy to me. Kicked up. Some comfy shit. TV on. Watching a cool movie. Possibly some hot cocoa.
Okay, with the hot cocoa. Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nah, but yeah, walking outside, I immediately hurt. Like, what is like that's bad. Like I said, I was outside this morning with all the BS, the -3, the wind chills, all that. It hurt. Just walking to my car, I had to do a little, the little unathletic run that you sometimes gotta hit sometimes. Like, yeah, I did that to my car this morning. And my car is right in front of my house. It was bad. What's up with you, Kev?
Well, man, the same thing, man. You know, even though we born and raised in it, man, it's something to it. You know what I mean? When it hits the negatives, you know what I mean?
It's not pleasant.
Not at all. The wind is cutting your face. You know what I mean? Like the hawk is really out. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. But for me, you know, man, just having the crib nice and warm. You know what I mean? Making sure that we got that fireplace going. You know, the artificial one, though. You know what I mean? We don't need to, you know, get the Kyoto or whatever that used to be. Yeah, man. But we're literally warm. You know what I mean? Hot cocoa in the evening, but in the early time, give me a nice cup of Folgers. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Listen. You know, for me, it's fuck the cold. I think we align all around there. Like, fuck the cold. Legitimately, bro. Again, like, if I have to go outside and just hurt just for being outside, just for wanting to get some fresh air, just for wanting to be outside, I gotta take -1 health points every like 10 seconds or whatever. It's terrible.
Negative. But, yo, real quick though, other than the cold, like feels like it's stabbing you, bro. Why when it's so cold, you go to talk, and that shit starts like freezing your.
It's embarrassing, bro.
You over here start talking like this. That shit starts hurting your throat. Just by being too cold. I can't fuck with it.
And it's crazy, bro, because you would think we'd be used to it because we grew up in this weather. It's just bad, bro.
Yeah. That's why
people that live in Alaska, and Alaska was hotter than it was here today. Like that's ridiculous, bro. What are we doing here?
Yeah. It was like 33 or something up there.
Yeah. And you know, negative. The snow, like, you know, fuck the snow too. I just got my car fixed and then totaled it the next day because of the fucking snow. Yeah, I'm beefing with the snow all over again, bro. Like bro, and it's crazy. I went into this winter and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a chance. Like, winter depression don't got shit on me. Like, we're gonna do it the right way. We're gonna attack it. We're gonna be positive. And then, you know, the snow, and it's just been brutal, man. Fuck that. There ain't no second chances after that, man.
Worst milk on planet Earth, it feels like.
No, literally. But what's cozy to me, man, like, you guys both said the heat and everything, but I'm not, don't I don't want to sound crazy, but I will have the heat on, but just not as hot as it needs to be. Just a little chilly so that the blankets hit even harder.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I said artificial fireplace.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah, bro.
That's an important part. I need a little bit of chilliness, like you know, the wife, she be complaining if it's like even a little bit, you know, chilly, but I was like, yo, this is great. Let's cuddle. You know what I mean? Let's cuddle. Let's get all these blankets. Let's figure it out. Let's get cozy. I got the PlayStation Portal next to me. I got, you know, we got some blunts next to us. You know, we got the big TV on. We just like, come on, let's do some of that. Like, if the heat's on, I don't like the heat's on like blasting. I ain't doing none of that. I'm just gonna be honest with you, bro.
I don't want to be
out.
You
I'm gonna literally be out with the heat up too high. So I'm gonna say a fun fact, like, not no joke. Like, I still sleep with the AC. Like, you know what I mean? Because I like my covers to hit. You know what I mean? A certain way. I like to feel chilly. You know what I mean? Under the cover. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Fan on right now.
Negative shit. Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know,
I have the heat on, but I just
like, stop playing. But it's nice to be nice and cozy. You know what I mean? Like, in the house and stuff. But
bro, just quit.
At night, it got to be nice and chilly. Like, it got to be cool.
Well, not back in the day. I'm saying back in the day, like, I'm fucking old as shit now. But no, back like a few years ago, like when I was seeing this one girl, bro, like I literally. And like I said, I could probably have a segment where I explain all the stupid reasons I've stopped talking, you know, to females. And one of them was literally because she slept with the air conditioner and the fan. And it was like October. So like, it wasn't hot and it wasn't cold. It was a little middle, but like, that's just demon stuff right there. The air conditioner plus the fan. I can't.
No, air conditioners and fan at the same time blowing right onto you. Pause. Crazy.
And it's already like a little chilly, so it's not like, you know, like.
I got a bunch of roommates and shit. Everyone likes to fucking crib different temp, especially fucking Max. This motherfucker will crank that shit. So, bro, I'll be sitting there. It'll be a little warmer than I like. Pop the fan on. I like just feeling that little cool air sometimes.
I like that. Like, you put it on like 1 or 2 instead of 3.
It's on 1 right now. It's on 1.
Facts. Wow,
Yeah.
we absolutely understood. That was great.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, man, this is where we from. This is how we live. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
we were all
it's
on
the
that. That was
yeah,
actually a way better segment than I
yeah,
thought.
yeah. It's the negatives that bother us. You know what I'm saying? Like the cold is
We
the
can
cold.
deadass talk about anything, man. We can talk about
Mm-hmm.
anything. So make sure you guys like and subscribe, leave some feedback. Visit our website, adifferentconversation.net. We got a lot more coming. I always say all that. But yeah, so I also want to know what your guys' quick video game rotation would be. Let's say we're snowed in. We can't even leave our house. That's not even an option. What is your video game rotation?
Get it?
Let me go real quick. Let me go back to when I was a kid and we got
setting the scene.
Let me say when we snow day, we had to stay home.
That's my boy.
Boom. Our rotation on the P2, WWE SmackDown versus Raw 07. Bow.
Okay.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Bow. Black Ops. Bow. And then Assassin's Creed 2. Bow. Okay. That was my rotation.
Matt was Gucci in the snow.
That was my rotation. Maybe some Def Jam or Bully, throw those in there, but that was my main rotation. Yeah.
That's fire.
Okay.
That's fire.
I'm intrigued to hear what you got to say about that, Cam.
Oh, you are? All right, bet. So listen, man, that's dope because listen, I love what he did by setting the scene. So listen, this is me.
Yeah, we might have to have a segment where Matt just sets a scene because like Matt knows how to set a fucking scene.
Yeah, check it out. So it's me, my brother Troy, my brother Quinn. This is in the late 90s, okay? No, mid 90s. Boom. Snowstorm, I think it's like the blizzard of 96, like the last real big.
Yo, I heard some real ghost stories about that.
Yo, crazy shit, right?
Like 26 inches that year.
Yo, crazy, right? We stuck down in the basement. My room was the basement though, right? And that's where we did like a lot of the gaming and shit like that. But what I can tell you is it's NBA Live, right? Without a question, 2K is not out yet. NBA Live is going crazy. Street Fighter, right? Busting ass Capcom versus Street Fighter, like that version is just like really going crazy on the system. And we got, was it James Bond, I believe, was kind of crazy. No, it wasn't James Bond yet. No, it wasn't James Bond yet.
GoldenEye is a classic on the 60s.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it wasn't that. It wasn't that yet.
That was a banger.
But damn, those are the ones that I'm going to live with right now. It's going to be live, Capcom versus Street Fighter and a Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? Like without a question. And it's kind of crazy because now you can play. I play them shits in the story mode too, and play people online and fuck around and shit. So it's a little different. I'm gonna do that this time.
Cam, hit me real quick. Who was your go-to Mortal Kombat character?
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero.
Hold on, wait. Sub-Zero and Scorpion. So Sub-Zero and Scorpion are my go-to.
Yeah, the two best characters, man.
Yeah. Those are my two.
Just gets in and spams.
No, shout out Raiden. To this day, Raiden and Kano. Those are my two.
But I know how to beat they shit too easy. Like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of not like that. But
what did he say?
My bad.
Damn, brother.
Also, real quick, before I get fucking roasted in the comments, Black Ops and Assassin's Creed was on the P3, not P2. Still, wow. I started off with P2 games.
I mean, that's why when you said Black Ops, I didn't want to be the asshole to like say that's why my energy dropped a little bit, but I didn't want to be an ass.
Oh.
Either way.
Nah, man, like for me, it's a little bit crazier because like I can actually specifically remember one of the snow days we had because we got snow so bad they canceled school like 2 days in a row. I don't know if you remember that, man, but it was like back when we was young, like probably elementary school.
Probably 06. 06 we had like 22 inches, I think.
Yeah. And I just remember having the best all-nighter that was like one of my first all-nighters. I was just playing games and my parents didn't care because like they knew I didn't have school for a couple days. Yeah. So I just sat there. I played Star Wars Battlefront 2. Matt mentioned a couple of them. SmackDown versus Raw 2006, 2007. Both of those games were just chef's kiss. San Andreas, SpongeBob the movie, the game. My God, what a game that was! I had a NASCAR game in the rotation. When it came to NBA and NFL, I actually played the street games before I played, Madden and
Yeah.
2K. I was heavy into like NFL and NBA street. And then I'm gonna throw one at you. The football game I played the most, Blitz.
Yeah, NFL Blitz probably was.
NFL Blitz, where you
So
can just break people's bones.
I played NFL Blitz, and so I played NFL Blitz, and then I played Madden 05 with, I think, Ray Lewis on the cover. That was my favorite one for the longest time.
Yeah.
Basketball games, I played NBA Live all the way up until like 2K9, and then I hopped on a 2K wave.
Okay.
You never looked back.
Yeah, that's kind of the same. That's kind of the same. Like, it was the same shit. It was hard not to play. Like, I grew up playing that shit. So
yeah, I feel like I never really played NBA Streets. I feel like I never did. I don't think I did.
Bro, NFL Street was legendary, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was fun. Oh yeah, and then Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Can't forget that.
Oh, and shout out real quick, the 2 Lord of the Rings games on the P2. Goated.
Okay.
Goated. Where you had the actual voice actors still fucking voice acting the game. It was amazing.
Oh yeah, God of War. I can't forget God of War either.
Yeah, we could go on for days with this.
Yeah,
shit.
we just turned this into a video game.
Currently, right now, it's just a rotation of like 2K, College Football 25, Call of Duty, and then Fortnite. That's the rotation, man. It don't
right now. Right
so
now.
let's dig into some sports content. So I'm gonna do the opening takes first for the first time ever. I'm gonna go first. So we had something recent happen. As I think it was earlier this morning today when the Pittsburgh Steelers hired Mike McCarthy as their head coach, and I just want to first off, my reaction to it is it's hilarious because. The fan base, media, everyone was asking for Mike Tomlin's head. He's got to go, just for him to get replaced by a guy who, if you put their stats side by side, they have done literally the exact same thing. The same amount of divisions won, same amount of Super Bowls, same amount of seasons of failure, same amount of everything. But I just want to say I'm sorry, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, because obviously it's not going to get any better. And I just want to highlight what they've been through since they won their last Super Bowl. So first, Ben Roethlisberger court cases. Look it up. I still don't know how he's not canceled. They wasted the talent of Antonio Brown. They watched AB get CTE from afar. Well, actually, he got hit while he was a Steeler. The non-catch versus the Patriots. I'm sure Matt remembers that one. They got blown out by Blake Bortles. The Le'Veon Bell contract drama. Mason Rudolph gets hit by Myles Garrett's helmet. Mason Rudolph existed, period. The sad one with Ryan Shazier. Kenny Pickett, his existence. Russell Wilson plus Justin Fields as your quarterback duo. They had fun watching a 53-year-old Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback. They wasted TJ Watt. And then, like I said, Mike Tomlin, after all these years of underperformance, if that's what you would call it, I just think the rosters were pretty bad. He gets replaced by someone way fatter than him and probably going to be way worse. It's rough, but that's the opening take.
Okay, all right,
bro. Mike McCarthy. I don't know how he gets another head coaching job after 2 years in a row with the Dallas Cowboys playoff hopes on the line in back-to-back years, lines up Zeke at center to get absolutely trampled, and then has Dak do a design run and then run out the clock. So, yeah.
You wasn't fucking with that?
I mean, I was fucking with it as an Eagles fan, of course, but no, I mean, that was just sad coaching. That 2 years in a row, and he still gets another job. I don't know, man. Unless the Steelers are punting this year, I really don't know.
I mean, yeah, I don't know if they're punting. I just think that Mike McCarthy also never had full control in Dallas. Like, you know what I mean? That's Jerry Jones' thing. So I think that there's another level to probably where his coaching could go, depending on how much power he has within the structure, and it's not just a big circus. Like, you know what I mean? He actually really wanted to win. So at the end of the day, I don't know. Mike Tomlin stepped away. I think that he did what he's the best at doing what you could with what you had, you know what I mean, as a head coach.
Yeah,
I'd love to
Mike
see
Tomlin.
I'd love to see what he could do with, you know what I mean, an actual good team and a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like to kind of see what goes on there.
They haven't
Not
had
just
exceptional.
absolutely. Right. Not at all. Like you just ran them all down. Like, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I think it's like that kind of thing, but who cares? Pittsburgh got to worry about that.
And
it's
realistically,
crazy.
like Kim said over the last few weeks on this podcast, the fucking coaching pool is light out there for like
who you gonna get
upgrading and shit. So like, you're gonna grab who you gonna grab, and you're just gonna be happy about it. Like
that's fair.
Yeah, you gotta hope. You gotta hope for him though. Just knowing that Jerry Jones.
Well, I mean, it would be cool, I guess, if Aaron Rodgers does play one more year, and it is for the Steelers, and him and Mike McCarthy can just go for it one good old time again, I guess. But that them last couple of years in Green Bay were sad to watch with those two. So I don't know.
One thing though, the only thing that I believe that the difference is in them is that like Mike Tomlin was more motivational along with the X's and O's, and Mike McCarthy is going to be more demanding. You know what I'm saying? Without probably being as motivational with the X and O's. So you understand what I'm saying? So they're going to get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like that Hard Knocks season when Mike McCarthy was the head coach of the Cowboys, though, I'll give him some props. He does give some pretty good fucking speeches. I'll give him that. Yeah, I feel like I could run through a wall for that guy. But,
all right, there we go.
I just had to list everything the Steelers have been through, real quick, just sharing their heartache for a second.
Yeah, that's ugly. That's ugly.
Who's up?
I'll go real quick. So this ain't really an opening take or nothing. This is just something I saw randomly 2 days ago on just Facebook, Twitter, whatever, Facebook, and I thought this was funny. So it had I'll screen share it in a second, but 7 years ago today, Klay Thompson started off an NBA game with 10 straight threes, putting up 44 points in 27 minutes against the Lakers, and then they showed the Lakers roster. Let me screen share that for you real quick. So I can name every player on this screen. Thomas, can you name every player on this screen?
Let's see. So I see Caruso.
Yep.
Come on, it's easy. JaVale
McGee right in the middle.
Okay.
Zubats right there next to him. Beasley next to him. Is that Richardson next to?
Yep. Go ahead. Keep going.
Did he ever play for the Lakers? Probably
Let's
not.
keep going. All
right.
right.
Stevenson, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, Rondo. I'm forgetting his name. Coach there on the left. LeBron, Kuzma, Ingram. But that top row, man, is rough. And that guy, I thought was that guy. That's not Stanley Johnson. No.
That's Mo Wagner right here, where my hand is.
Oh yeah, that is him. What the hell? That's a young ass version of him.
Steve Mikayuk.
Yeah, never would have gotten that.
That's Isaac Bonga.
That's that. Okay.
And this is like Tyler something. I remember his name.
Yeah. But you don't know who that is? You don't know who that is next to Tyler? Tom?
No, he said Caruso to start.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he started off.
I
just wanted to know.
That's the first face I saw for some reason was Caruso.
Okay, I was about to say.
Where?
Huh?
For here?
No, so when you popped the picture, for some reason, Caruso's face was the first one.
No, but you said Josh Richardson. Who did you think here was Josh Richardson?
The guy to the left of Michael Beasley. But, like, that's someone I know. Wait, hold on. That's someone I definitely know. That's KCP. It's KCP. Yeah. Yeah, my bad.
Josh Richardson? But I just wanted to get your NBA knowledge, man. My fault. I just wanted to see.
No, because I remember, bro, those were the years when the Lakers and the Knicks faced each other. When the Lakers and the Knicks played each other, it was bad hoops.
Oh, yeah, nah. Yeah, that year I think we went 35 and 47. LeBron had a real injury in years.
Yeah.
LeBron was sitting at the end of the bench away from everybody.
But yeah, I just wanted to let the fans know about the hardships that Lakers fans go through sometimes.
Oh yeah, and I mean that's the thing, because like a lot of people are complaining about the Lakers today. It could be a lot worse. A lot
worse. And this wasn't even the worst of it, man.
Right, and at least with like Luka and LeBron, you always have a chance. Yeah.
We had Robert Sacre and Ryan Kelly running our 4 and 5 for years.
Yeah.
Jordan Hill was out there. Yeah. Those
Nick Young being hyped when they won 1 game out of 7, and Kobe being tight about it.
Yeah.
It was 6 years, man. It was 6 or 7 years before LeBron came and kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Bad years, bro.
It was a rough time. But either way, I just wanted to get your little NBA knowledge on that.
No, that was
Yeah.
good. That was
See who
good.
you could name off the
it
top.
almost made my heart hurt a little bit more, man. You know, come on, bro.
I feel like I should have gotten Isaac Bonzo. Yeah.
He took me back to the bad times, man.
I'm starting to get angry.
Yeah, man. Jeez. But yeah, can I ask y'all? We different over here, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Right, we different, right? That's our moniker, right? But why does the NBA season feel different? Right? Let me tell y'all why, right? National viewership is up at levels we haven't seen in over a decade. And it's not because of one dominant team. Would y'all agree?
Yeah.
I think it's because there's no pre-written ending right now, right?
Yeah, there's
fans
Good point.
Yeah, right?
Warriors team.
Exactly, right? I think everybody
as dominant
feels
as the Thunder are, I still don't believe they're gonna just run away with it, you know?
Absolutely not. I think that fans can, like us, also can feel the suspense, you know what I mean? And it's kind of pulling people who were casuals or who are just kind of getting into the sport. I don't know if casual is a good word, but that's what I want to use right now, but pulling people back in, right? You see in the standings right now too. You know how I kind of went crazy about the West Coast being a lab, but think about it, right? I also did a little bit more research, a little digging, a little bit more watching, right? In the East, right, there's no separation really, right? Detroit is on a rise. It's not a novelty. It's definitely a reflection of real growth, right? And development in that organization, because they got rid of some players that we kind of thought was a part of the balance of that squad, right? Especially with some of the shooting and spacing and things like that, right? Then you think about Boston and New York. They still competitive, right? Regardless of the losing streak and things like that, or what we're seeing in New York. And Boston minus Jason Tatum still is kind of in the runners. I don't care what you say. They still a cohesive unit who are champions and not willing to just give up.
Definitely going to be back by the end of the season.
Right.
There's no way.
Absolutely. Then you got Toronto in the mix, and none of them are winning the same way. Ain't that some ill shit? So even when I was talking about the West Coast being a lab, think about the teams I just named who are in the running. They're not all playing the same way. So on the East Coast, they're kind of doing the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy, right? I think that when it's not this kind of uniformity and nobody's really winning, it's making the NBA better every night. So like I'm kind of telling y'all, and I know y'all watching too, in the West, it's not chaos either. You understand what I'm saying? It's like really good parity that we're trying to build on the East, I think, minus the injuries. If there were less injuries, it would be more parity, but you're still being able to see the teams kind of work out the kinks who are on the rise. You know what I mean? But the crazy thing that I just wanted to say, like the East isn't weak. It's unresolved. There's no obvious, if healthy, that team is going to win it. You know what I mean, on the East. That's why I think it's actually really compelling over here. Injuries already reshaped kind of the expectations of the season over here, but we really don't know. Like I said, with Jason Tatum. And tell me, right, do y'all really think stars still matter?
In a way, yes.
In a way? All right, because I want to close this up. Mm-hmm. I want to close this up and give it all to you.
I feel like you have to have a superstar on your team to win. I feel like it's probably how long has it been since the Pistons won back in like 2004? That's like the last time I can remember.
Let's look at last year's finals teams.
Come on,
Pacers didn't have a superstar. Tyrese Halliburton not a superstar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm talking about Shea. I mean, the Thunder won.
But they went to Game 7.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And Shea was about to be on a tear, then he got injured. I'm not saying they would have won, but it's a good chance.
I think Matt picking up the breadcrumbs
the whole way.
I think Matt picking up the breadcrumbs.
Yeah, you're good enough to win. And yes, they didn't win, but I'm just saying that I don't.
Well, that's why I said in a way, I think we're starting to get away from that. I think we're going to eventually, within the next couple of years, we're going to get a team that wins without a superstar on their team.
Yeah.
So
but I'm
here
just
we
saying
go.
in general, they're like the last how many years there's been a superstar on the winning team.
Yes. And listen, here we go. Let me just finish.
I'm glad that you brought that up.
I want to finish this for you, and then this is all of it, right? I believe that stars still matter without a question, right? But they no longer solve everything, right? Stars now set the floor, but not the ceiling. And the biggest change really is the structural part, bro. You saying that, I think depth rotation continuity, cohesiveness is actually more predictable and more like it's better. You can see that way better than raw talent. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, real shit. I don't care what nobody trying to say. You can really see that. Teams aren't winning just because they have a bunch of superstars put on the floor. You can actually look at Sacramento. They might be good in flashes, but you never see any type of cohesion. But with that collection of players, they actually should good. It doesn't matter that all of them are pretty much the same player. They should be able to work that shit out. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, literally. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, like they're literally all pretty much the same player. Like, you know what I mean? Like Monk, you know who I'm talking about. Just the core of that unit. But anyway,
that's funny as hell.
That's why this season feels different though, y'all. I think all of this shit we've been saying is why the season feel different. You know what I mean? And why I wanted to kind of put something together and see what my boys feel about it. You know what I mean? As it pertains to the NBA season and the viewership being up and all that kind of shit. What do y'all think, man?
Yeah,
no,
I'll let y'all go off, and I just got one more take on that, and then we can skip.
All right, yeah. I fully agree with what you're saying, especially because the last couple of years, viewership had been down. Silver is over here scrambling of what we can change just at a third to make it seem like, they're being innovative and everything. So I 100% agree. I think we've seen it too much over the last few years to where teams put up a big three and don't have shit around them, and they don't amount to shit. Some of them don't even make playoffs. This and that and the third. This NBA, even with how talented it is, it's turning into the one or two stars with a great team around them. And it might not even be superstars. It could be mid-level star talent, not in a bad way, and then just have a perfect team around them, great coaching and shit like that. And especially with what Kem said, we're not seeing that stars are as necessary. Like, we're not about to see LeBron bring whatever team he has to the finals. We're not about to see that.
No.
Right?
Probably
never again, where he has a 10-year stretch of whoever you put around him, they about to get to the finals. So we're not going to see that again for sure. And then, it's a team thing, man. It's a team sport. That's what
the star set the floor, but the rotation is actually the ceiling.
Yes.
You know what I mean? None of that, exactly just to what you said. It does not go like that no more. I don't see where it can happen.
And I have you got my brain like fucking moving right now, Kem. So like what I'm about to say is just like an explosion of words. But like the first point is like I think the parity is so much in the NBA right now, where we see like even a team that stinks like the Washington Wizards, they have a group of just solid basketball players that you could see someday it's gonna work. The Charlotte Hornets, even though they've been on a tear lately, so they're kind of a bad example to this. Like they just have a group of talented guys. The Utah Jazz have a group of talented guys. Like those bottom teams, and I mean like the Sacramento Kings, there's still a bunch of talented guys.
Yes.
And that's the thing is when you say the superstar doesn't matter, I say yes and I say no, because if you look at the trade market right now and you look at these superstars, Anthony Davis, Ja Morant, Kawhi Leonard, Trae Young, stuff. Well, maybe not so much Kawhi Leonard anymore because the Clippers have been winning ball games. But those players in general are superstars and have almost no trade market. Like Trae Young got traded for what he got traded for. And you're going to see this typical things with Ja Morant, Anthony Davis, if those guys get traded.
Injury type shit. That's why. That has nothing to do with nobody thinks that that star can put them over the edge.
Yeah, but like I'm sure, like, but these injuries they're small. So like teams like for example, like didn't the Lakers pick up Luka and he was hurt?
Tip off of the season. So like they're small.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But like the Lakers traded for Luka while he had his little minor injuries. So like they injured. It might be impacting their trade market somewhat, but. They're still superstars.
Harrison was an idiot.
But and the way that the trade went, like you also have to remember he was still in the middle of a season contract year coming up. They just didn't want to pay the contract that was coming up. So the trade wasn't a bad trade. You still want to see how he comes out after that because he still wants to play for a contract regardless of who he gets picked up for. So you know what I mean? Like it made sense for Luka. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then when you say for injuries, Matt, I think a good test of that will be to see if Giannis gets traded or not. He's been struggling with calf strains all year to a concerning level. If they're real injuries, it's a concerning level of calf strains that he's getting. Like that could lead to an Achilles tear. You know, I'm knocking on wood over here.
So I'm a freestyle
But
for a minute.
like if a team trades for him, I think that'll settle our debate right there.
I want to
I should
freestyle for a
have
minute, if you don't mind.
said he doesn't have enough help, so he's going to get injured. Because he's been ever since then. He's
Whoa,
been getting.
whoa. Now I
Yeah.
got an issue. That's why I said I wanted to freestyle for a minute, because I hope y'all been watching, because it's not. Listen, bro. For whatever reason, it's also they trying to win. I think, you know, I'm being for real. Milwaukee is trying to win. Every night, whether Giannis is there or not. I think what it is for no, I'm being for real. I hope you're watching. For real. I think what it is also is that Giannis is in that in between, bro. Like he's in that in between of does he leave or does he stay? You know what I'm saying? And then if it comes back in the night where these boys are still trying to win, you know what I mean? And he's in that, and can he leave or can he stay? They still trying to get buckets and trying to shore up their next contract and trying to actually win and not be the scrap heap of the East. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're competitors. So I think that it's a crazy, tricky thing that's going on in Milwaukee, where I think we need to see Giannis be a actual superstar. You understand what I'm saying? And either say he wants to be traded, literally, you know what I'm saying, or nut up, you know what I'm saying, and galvanize them boys that he got with him and try to win. You know what I'm saying? Like they got something that they could do something with. Like I'm being serious, bro. Like just as from a basketball point. You know what I mean? Like from a basketball
They
point.
have a bunch of talent. They have a bunch of talent on that team. Like if you remove Giannis from that situation and say they got nothing but like picks or whatever, they still got a bunch of random talent on the team. So
it's hard for me right now with Giannis. That's all I was just saying. So sorry.
Well, because it's confusing, right?
It's confusing as shit, bro. It's confusing.
Yeah, well, because Giannis comes out in the media one day, he's like, I love Milwaukee, blah, blah, and then the next day he's like, I don't know what's going on around here. Like, I'm not getting my shots, blah, blah, blah. He gets hurt every now and then. We don't know if these injuries are real or fake. So it's interesting.
It's interesting. Very interesting.
And I can't wait to see it unfold. That's why, I love the NBA. It's just ongoing drama. It's like an ongoing soap opera. But we got some more drama that's kind of, coming to a conclusion. Let's dig into some NFL stuff. Matt's team is in the AFC Championship. So I'm gonna let Matt start this off. Why don't you talk about the Patriots, their big win, them going to the championship games?
Well, it was a hard-fought fucking battle. Let's be real. I was at work, and I had the game on the whole time, and I just was listening to it. And oh my god, every time we make CJ Stroud throw an interception, we are 3-and-outed or we fumble or so. Bro, it was the scariest thing on earth. And luckily, we just held on and just fought our asses off. But Denver's defense is better, and it's more solidified, and it's scarier. Yes, their offense might not be as good, especially with Stidham instead of Bo Nix, but Houston didn't have their two big receivers. So, like, it's also, I don't know. I'm still going my boys to go all the way to the Super Bowl, but it's definitely going to be an interesting matchup next week. I'm very happy to see us actually hunker down and have some good defensive play, great defensive plays. We weren't letting old boy breathe out there, but given I do think he had a fucked up hand. I think Stroud's hand was hurt or something, especially because he kept looking at it, he kept feeling on it and shit. I think that. But it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna probably be a fucking low scoring affair next week. And it'll be funny too because if the fucking Bronco wins, we drafted Stidham, so it's a fucking little slap in the face for us.
Fair enough. I mean, with that game, CJ Stroud was getting dominated. It was much like Herbert, man. Like they were just getting and it just goes back to what I was saying all year, man. And that's the thing. The Texans, they're an O-line. They were an O-line away from fucking possible greatness this year because that defense is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And if they just had an O-line to protect Stroud just a little bit, I think they could have done some damage here. And that's what did them in. The Patriots really the Patriots did them guys dirty, bro. And I was just sitting there like, damn, this is the team I picked to go to the Super Bowl. Oh my god, bro!
Whoever wins that game is going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
and it was just so conflicting all year, man. This NFL season's been fun. But yeah, the Broncos and the Patriots. Me and Ken, we had a really good conversation about this last night on collecting and connecting. But you know what, Kem? I'll let you give your take because I'm still in the middle, man. I know I said yesterday I said the Broncos, but then I wake up today I'm feeling a little Boston, you know. So I just
So I sent y'all. So you seen what I sent to the group chat before we were on collecting and connecting because what I was able to do was kind of do a little bit more research. So even when we were on, you know what I mean, I said shout to my boy because he might not have liked my take. So here we go, right? So at the end of the day, listen, man, I love what New England has going on. I hate the Patriots, but I love my boy over there, right? I am a Jets fan. We had to go. They had to go through us every time they actually won a Super Bowl. So there's no way to really like the Patriots. But at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, Mike Vrabel, Josh McDaniel, what they've been able. Listen, man, what they've been able to assemble, man. I believe it was like in the football. You know what I mean? Like a heaven thing. Josh McDaniels, I think, was out of football, living still out in the area where Vrabel was able to get with him, have him come get with the young boy. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of, you know what I mean? Like real movie-ish, you know what I mean? Regardless of how this season plays out. Yeah, I think that just crazy. Just the assembly of it. I think it's real movie-ish the way that it plays out. Now, getting to the nuts and potatoes, Ramondre Stevenson, man, holding on to the foot. Dang, I said meat and potatoes, I meant to say. Getting to the meat and potatoes, man. Ramondre Stevenson holding on to the ball. Butte, come on, what can I say? What can I say? Come on, Stephon Diggs, powering them boys through. Listen, man, I'm a believer. I think the defense, listen, 5 turnovers they caused? You know what I mean? So what can I say? But hey, I believe that the bus stops there. Even though I think it goes with what you said. You drafted Stidham. You know that Stidham is actually not a bad quarterback. No. I do not. You know what I mean? He is not a bad quarterback at all. I do not believe that in a pro, he dresses up, he's suited, he's ready every day, especially he's the backup quarterback. So he actually has to be more ready than the starting quarterback. Man. You understand what I'm saying? Like he actually has to be ready. You understand what I'm saying? As far as play calling, knowing the game plan and everything like that, because you never know what's going to happen. So at the end of the day, with that defense that we all been talking about and know what it is, I'm telling you, I believe that Mile High, the altitude, Sean Payton, hey man, Surtain and them boys, man, man, whew, man, it's gonna be kind of scary. You know what I mean?
The most thing I'm scared of is the altitude. We haven't played there, so it's gonna, they're not used to it. I know they've probably been running a lot of practices and drills and having them use oxygen and shit like that, but it's gonna be a huge test for them. And fucking shit, what was I about to say? That shit might be gone.
Hey, it's okay. I'll save you. I don't think Drake May is Josh. You know what I mean? Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? And, not yet. You know what I mean? And you see what you know what I mean? What the altitude did to him.
Right. You know what I was about to say is, if there was any backup QB left in the playoffs that should be more prepared than any player, it would be Stidham because.
And you know that's tomorrow at 3:00, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Oh, okay.
Snowed in watching football.
And fucking what was I finna say? See that shit going again. No, because that team is built on that defense. Bo Nix, there was some weeks where he was doing as little as possible, but that team was still going out there and doing what they had to do on the defensive end, and they were still blowing teams out just based off of the defensive performance and everything. So if there was any backup QB in the league that can just slide in and fill the position, this team and Stidham is the team to do that. So it's going to be interesting.
So,
we got the Pats.
Yes. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Denver Broncos, and I'll explain why. Just as we talked about last night, Kevin, you brought me back down to earth with the nuts and the potatoes. I was laughing so hard at that. I'm so immature, bro. But yeah. You know, when we talked about it, and I'll say it again, like the Broncos and the Patriots, this is going to be a real strategical game. I think it's going to go way more beyond who's at quarterback. I just think it's going to be who can outcoach each other between Vrabel and Sean Payton. it's been very interesting to see what Sean Payton has been able to do, because if you ask the opinion on Sean Payton 2-3 years ago, it's this guy ain't got, like, he's got to go. He's old and outdated. He ain't got it no more. And this has been his whole plan. This whole 4-year plan so far has been so that he can get to the point where he has a good enough team to contend for a Super Bowl. And it just so happens it's kind of almost fallen in Denver's lap this year, up until this point right now against the Patriots. And as much as I like Drake May, he's proven himself under pressure. As much as I like that Patriots defense, the Broncos got the number 1 O-line and they got a better defense. All Jarrett Stidham has to do is just throw the ball in the right spots. It's not that difficult. He's not going to have to go out there and fight a war. He's not going to have to go out there and create something on his own. He just got to hit his guys. He just got to hit open guys and get this going. And I think it's going to be Denver, man. Sean Payton has put on a clinic this year. They've been in every single game. They've won games where, like Matt said, Bo Nix has been absolutely terrible. And that's kind of been a theme. Bo Nix underperforms. The Broncos win late. So we'll see. Like I said last night, Cam, the Patriots can absolutely just blow the Broncos out because Stidham just is ass under the lights. But I don't know. It's like you said also, Cam. All Stidham does is watch film, practice, watch. He's a bot. This dude is going out there. He's a Sean Payton robot, bro. It's Sean Payton in that jersey, bro. So it'll be interesting, man. Sean Payton, Roger Goodell does not want that motherfucker in the Super Bowl, but it's probably gonna fucking happen. Or it'll be a good story if the Patriots do, because I want the Patriots and Rams. But quickly, before we move on to the other side, how did you guys feel about Josh Allen and the Bills losing?
Well, just real quick, I think this is the first time that he actually contributed to his team losing in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like the turnovers, you know what I mean? Like literally were on Josh. But other than that, I think that everything that played out afterwards, I totally did not agree with. You know what I mean? I'm not an owner of a football team or anything like that. I don't agree with how the press conference was played. I don't agree with how Sean McDermott was let go.
Really sour, right?
Yeah, made to be the scapegoat out of all of that. At the end of the day, man, it was horrible. I hope that it's up for Josh. You know what I mean? From there. But yeah, man, that's all I have to really say about that. They never had the roster to compete anyway. Not compete, but you know what I mean? Josh Allen is, man, he's a great quarterback.
What do you think they should even do from this point on? Like, how do you think they should even be going about this?
What are you asking me or us?
Yeah, like what?
Well, how do they go? Well, listen, I think that they got to go with what Josh, what works for Josh right now, right? Like in all truth, I heard of and watched a couple of different things where it's like he hasn't earned that, and it's like I don't understand how he hasn't. You know what I mean? I think that no matter what, you know what I mean. Right now, with the window being what it be, with him being at his physical prime, without a doubt, mental, physical, his sharpness right now. You got to maximize and let him be a part of who you bring in. You know what I'm saying? Like without a question. So I think they already got the OC. Now they just going for the head coach. So
yeah, I would have. It didn't make sense to me at all. I would have kept the head coach and everything. It's the downfall of them wasn't on him in my eyes. If anything, GM had to go. In what is it, 6 or 8 seasons? He's only brought in 2 Pro Bowl type players, and it's just like
good call.
You got to do fucking better, man. Like you have a generational player in Josh Allen, so not putting any pieces around him and then scapegoating the fucking head coach is wicked in my eyes.
Yeah. I mean, so I'll give my take. Maybe it's controversial, maybe it's not, but it's kind of it aligns with you guys. I think Josh Allen should ask out. I don't, with how things are going right now, the owner's not holding the GM accountable. The GM is an absolute, like that front office is an absolute mess. Like just like how you guys said, how they handled that situation. Like dude comes out in a press conference and says, oh yeah, I mean, McDermott really wanted Keon Coleman. We really didn't want him. So you're kind of, and then you fire McDermott when, if there was a time to fire Sean McDermott, it would have been back when they actually had good teams on the fucking field. He and Josh Allen, and again, this is weird. I'm giving them props, but like this is like the first
But it's football that you watch.
Really locked in, like they were lock and step. They were really doing their thing. because they didn't have a team. And that's the thing. This GM is making terrible decisions. They're regressing somehow. Like Josh Allen he's progressing on an insane level, but like you're making the team regress because you can't make good moves. They again, they traded the pick that the Chiefs used to, I believe, to get Rashee Rice or Xavier Worthy was one of the two. The Bills just gave them that pick. They ended up with Keon Coleman, and when they could have had much better at the wide receiver position. And on top of that, man, it's just not getting better, and it looks like it's getting toxic and it's getting worse, and no one's holding anyone accountable besides the wrong guys. And then the GM also wants to say Josh Allen's going to be the one who makes the decision at head coach, because when it doesn't work, that's when Josh Allen will get the blame. That'll be the next scapegoat so that he doesn't lose his job. And I don't see the Bills getting better. Like, who's going to go out there in the cold and deal with that kind of toxicity?
And, bro, like, the other thing about it is a lot of what was depicted in the conversations and throwing homeboy under the bus was shit that he don't really even know about. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even seeing Josh Allen holding his head and all that kind of all that stuff, like, that's natural player loss feeling and perception and picture you're going to see. To try to blame all that shit on him, especially with what he actually did build there. But one thing that I will tell you guys, well, there's a couple of things that I will tell y'all. If y'all remember early in the season, I was kind of telling y'all something was going to happen anyway because they're opening up a new stadium. Like, the new stadium opens up next year. So they was going to have to do something. I didn't know it was going to be something as big as letting go Sean McDermott, but knowing that they picked up Keon Coleman, there was no telling something was going to have to happen going into a new stadium. Now, the other thing I wanted to highlight was, when you look at this kind of relationship, especially like let's think about it in a corporate type of sense, it's kind of sad that Sean McDermott is the guy that puts the work in, but Pagula, I mean, not the owner, the GM is the one with Pagula's number. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he's the one that gets to get all of the credit, but pin every goddamn thing on Sean McDermott. You know what I'm saying? So it's a tricky slope. You know what I mean? And I would have thought that hopefully I know that he's getting his money, but he's going to be having a job real soon.
Yeah, and I got one.
It scares all other head coaches even looking.
Bro.
Of
yeah, bro. With that GM, like, yeah, that's why I said look at it as corporate. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna want to work there no more. Like, he got the number, he got the dude on speed dial. You can't even yell at him or call him a pussy on the side or none of that. He gonna get you out of there. Like, you know what I mean? So that's scary, bro. You know what I mean?
And the last take I got is like this Josh Allen Bill situation can easily tread into Indianapolis Colts Andrew Luck. Because that's kind of what happened is like they had talent around Andrew Luck and it got worse and got worse to the point where you have so much pressure on the QB that he just breaks. And the way Josh Allen plays, unfortunately, like I think like what we saw against the Broncos was all that pressure, everything that had been amounting literally just broke on Josh Allen. And they almost won. And that's why I was taking a nap because I was real tired that day. I woke up to like Josh Allen face beat red, crying at the press conference. Bo Nix hurt. That was a crazy game. But it's just sad because the Buffalo Bills, man, their fans, they just be out there in the snow. They've been waiting for a fucking Super Bowl victory. They go through tables I want to see it work out, but it's just I can't see it. Like when you have a toxic front office, there's nothing that can be done.
Yeah, bro.
There's just nothing. It's just a bunch of idiots that are putting money in their pockets. That's all they're doing.
So if you're not getting the bag, you better go to where you could get the bag. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it makes no sense. So, and most people going to stay because they're getting the bag. So.
And that's why, like, Josh Allen, because, like, there's a difference between Josh Allen and Lamar, too, and why I believe so much in Lamar is because, like, the Ravens constantly put a product, like, this year, granted, a lot of things fell apart, but they constantly put a great elite product out on the field, you know, for Lamar at the very least. But, you know, going on to the Seahawks and Rams, before we get into the crazy Rams-Bears game, let's talk about the Seahawks. Dang.
Yeah, I was just it's crazy too because last week I said Niners just because I wanted to see CMC go, but this was bad. I even said I was like I'm going Niners, but it's probably gonna be Hawks, and yeah, the Seahawks put belt to ass.
Yeah, that was a great because it was a kick return touchdown right off the
right out the gate, right out the gate. Right out the gate.
Yeah, there's not much to be said. I mean, the 49ers, man, I don't know what you do now, but like it's not looking there's too many injuries. Like they get injured so much. They're talking about, and I didn't read into this, so my apology if it's bare, but like they're actually investigating like conspiracy theories as to why their whole team gets injured every year cuz they're set up next to this this specific building.
Yeah, this like
But
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It lets off like radiation that weakens tendons over time, and so everybody's tearing. But yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it was wicked.
You
That
believe
would be
that shit?
insane if there's some truth to that, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah,
no,
they
I
just
don't
got
got much
bad luck
to
though. They
say.
got hella bad luck. Yeah,
Yeah, I
nothing
don't
on that
got much
old
to
game.
say
No,
about that
that's
besides
over.
that.
Yeah, that's over.
Yeah, maybe McCaffrey maybe they could trade McCaffrey and get some type of value out of that and just rock with Brock Purdy for a little bit with whoever. But it's not pretty. Everyone's got a major injury now. I mean, Ayuk gave up on the team. He didn't want to be part of none of that. So we'll see. But how about the Bears and the Rams? That was an interesting. I want to hear what you got to say about that game, Matt.
No, it was super
That was
way
tight.
less, huh?
That was tight. It was a tight
It was
game.
way less scoring than I thought it was gonna be. It was super that the overtime crazy. Caleb ran 20 yards back. He's shuffling, he's scared, turn around, launch, bro. It was crazy. I was sitting there and I was just like, that's arguably the greatest throw in playoff history. Arguably. Like the
It was so good. I was confused. I was just sitting there confused.
people on you. You run 20 yards back. The crazy
40.
shit. Huh?
You ran 40 yards back, bro.
Yeah. But shit was
sick.
diabolical. The fucking then
Sick.
threw that interception in overtime. Sad to see, but what a season by Caleb. That's just because I had the Rams going to the fucking Super Bowl, so I wasn't shocked by a win. But I'm just what a season by Caleb Williams. He's like, especially from how the perception on him in the beginning of the season was, comparative to how he ended the season. Phenomenal season. He's going to be great for years to come. That's what I really took from
Hell
this.
yeah. I like that take. What you got, Cam?
I mean, what can I say? That's over, man. That's over, bro. Like Matt summed that up. Like I like that. Hey man, because it'll take away from my take that's going into the next game. But you know what I mean. I mean, I might as well just start it off then that way. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I agree with y'all. You know what I mean as far as that goes. Caleb is definitely destined for greatness. Listen, man. Well, listen, let me just sum it up real quick before we get to the next one. First year coach, second year player, fucking phenomenal. We need to get our hats off, and they need to get way more kudos.
Something out there in Chirac.
Without a question. Listen, he was down 20 sacks. You understand what I'm saying from last season? He was down 20 or 30 sacks from last season. So he's just overall totally just got better. You understand what I'm saying? Interception to turnover rate. I mean to touchdown ratio. Everything was better. So listen, man. With the advent of that relationship of him and Ben Johnson, you better know it's a whole lot more to come. And the hurt that you saw that them boys had because what they believed in anyway. And you kind of heard their mantra, as long as it was still some football to play, they felt like they was always in it. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's kind of dope. You know what I mean? And that was kind of what we were able to see when Caleb Williams would just turn on where there was some time left within touchdown striking range. You know what I mean? Like it was really, really nice to see. I hope that they put something. Yeah, I just hope that they don't get that that sophomore slump like we saw with Washington and everything like that. But I do think that they got something cooking. They do got to shore up some things on the D side of things. But yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah.
And real quick before we go into the Rams and the Seahawks, man. Like I want to again give props to the Chicago Bears. Because I mean, well, first off, the throw, man, that was insane. Like I was confused. Like I didn't even cheer at first. I was like, what? Because like literally, like Caleb, when a quarterback runs back as far as he did, like it's over, bro. Like he's gonna get killed. But Caleb just flung it, and like I said, last night on the stream, I can't even blame the guy that was guarding. It was DJ Moore that caught it, right?
I'm not sure if it was DJ.
I don't remember.
No, it was a tight end.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
remember.
Oh, yeah,
86 caught it.
Yeah, it's my fault. But yeah, when he made the catch, like I don't think dude was expecting the ball to get that far, like all the way in the back of the end zone, like as far as you could throw it before going out of bounds.
That was a dot, bro. That was a
yeah,
dot.
that was a dot from there. Like that's cold. And I think they just ran out of magic, luck, whatever you want to call it. They ran out of it, and it was expected. But the thing I like is that the Bears, for the first time ever, made the right moves across the board this year. When they built that O line, like they focused, they before the season was even over, before the Super Bowl was even played, they had made 2 trades for offensive linemen, and that was insane. They made the right coaching hire. Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, sign me up. But Cam, you said you had a good take for the Seahawks and Bears. Why don't you get us right in there? Or Seahawks,
well, hey man, yeah, the Rams and Seahawks. First, shout out to the Rams for winning it, man. Y'all already know, man. I got much love for Matt Stafford, man. He's in my top 10 when it goes down in history of quarterbacks I ever seen sling the football, without a doubt. You know what I mean? Should be a Hall of Famer. Depending on how this season goes, man. We got these 2 quarterbacks here. Like I was saying last night, I believe even though the ballots and everything is all hush hush, I think that whoever emerges as the winner of this game will probably be the MVP. So if Drake May loses, it's going to be Matt Stafford. If Matt Stafford loses, it's going to be Drake May, right? If they both lose, I think the tie goes to Matt Stafford just for
for sure.
Yeah,
he made all team first team, so it's like
yes. Yeah, but as it pertains to the game, though, bro, listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Now let's throw some stats out. In the last 4 games, as it pertains to the Seahawks and the Rams, they tied 2-2. The last 2 that everybody paid attention to was the one where Sam Darnold kind of saw everything that he saw last season, right? But they still came back in that game and only lost it through the field goal. The game that we saw them come back, they also came back and won. In these total games, bros, what I'm going to say, they only have been outscored by 10 yards, okay? That is what separates these games, all right? I love Matt Stafford, but the special teams of the Los Angeles Rams, I don't trust, right? The defense of the Los Angeles Rams, I don't trust. I think it's opportunistic, and they can get picks and shit like that, but I do more kind of been to the design of Mike McDonald actually having a shored up defense in the scheme. Kenneth Walker III, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Rashid Shaheed splitting the duties on special teams and offense. I kind of like them, man. I'm taking them. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. That's what I like.
I like what you said with the Rams. Their defense is more opportunistic. Yeah, their defense is built on chance. Like, it could happen, and it has. But like they're not as strong as Seahawks defense in any outright. But I still they've been my pick since week 3, week 2.
I've been knowing.
I'm going Rams just because I've been all in on Stat and Pook the whole season. Devontae Adams.
I've been knowing.
So I'm not gonna. That's invested. Fade away, even though all the stats and everything is saying Seahawks. Everyone I know that I've talked about this game is saying Seahawks, but I'm not going to be swayed away. I've been saying Rams the whole time. I'm going to stick
with it. It would be hard to. It's hard for me, but you know what I mean? It just makes sense right now.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
And I love Sean McVay, man. I love Puka. I love Devontae. You know, without a doubt, like Matt Stafford, like I love that. But at the end of the day, I think with this particular matchup at this particular point in time, it's probably a poison pill for
It comes down to matchups, and this is a bad matchup for the Rams.
You already know it. Styles make fights, right?
I don't even care about it being a bad matchup. Look at, man. Okay, on paper, bro, the Seahawks should beat the living shit out of the Rams. But it's something in sports when you just get a feeling, man. When you just get that gut feeling, you know, when something like, listen, I believe in Matt Stafford, Devontae Adams. I believe in Sean McVay. Like, there's just something about, like, I think it's good. I don't think something about it. I don't think the Seahawks defense shows up. I think it's gonna be a war. And I expect at some point during this war, Sam Darnold's gonna choke right at the end of the game. I think he's going to choke in the 4th. I think the Rams are going to pull it off. I think Matt Stafford is going to dig deep down into his bag. And we saw it at the end of that Bears game when he was connecting with Devontae Adams, man. Something about that made me feel a little bit more.
That's
when
normal,
I saw
though.
Devontae Adams make that catch and fall out of bounds and seal the game, basically, I was like, shit, Matt Stafford's going to do a lot of that moving forward because that's something he's going to have confidence in. That's why they won last time with Cooper Kupp. Once he locked in with one of those receivers, bro, there was no stopping those two. And also, he also has Puka Nacua. So it's crazy. I think they're going to shine. I think they're going to destroy that defense. But I also think the Seahawks are going to get theirs, which they always do. But I have the Rams pulling it out after Sam Darnold chokes lead.
Who got the ball at the end.
And I'm going to ask casually this time. Would you like to make a bet, kind sir? I'm not going to ask out of anger. Bet.
Yes.
Let's do it.
I would love to make a bet.
Yeah, let's do it. Are we going straight up or minus the 2.5?
No minus. No, we're going straight up. Fuck
straight
that.
up? Okay. All right, bet.
No, because if it's like a 1-point game, I'm gonna be fucking petrified.
Yeah. All right, bet. I love it. Let's go.
All right, cool. So yeah. And it's literally when this episode drops, we'll get our conclusion after, and it's gonna be fun, man. I can either which way how you do the Super Bowl, it's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah,
I'm hoping for Patriots Rams, even though I said Rams and Broncos, but Patriots and Rams, the rematch no one wanted. We did not want to see a second version of that.
The third. The third.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes, the third. My apologies.
And please, people, don't kill me because y'all know that I talk real highly of Matt Stafford, but you also are able to see my perception into teamwork. I believe in that. You know what I mean? And I think that all sides of the ball matter. Complementary football matters right now, and I think that there are some holes in the Los Angeles Rams. You know what I mean, as it pertains to some of those compliments, as it pertains to a team. So we'll see.
When you be betting people, you be doing spreads?
No. Yeah. No. It depends. No, hell yeah. Especially if it's nah, I'm not gonna do I'm not gonna go straight up on no not sure bet, bro. You gotta give me something. You know what I mean?
If somebody pulls up
or I'm gonna give you something. You know what I mean? Or I'm gonna give you something.
What?
Like saying that 6 years of us being bad, right? And that's 6 years of us being bad. You better believe you got to give me points on any game that, you know what I mean, is against the Knicks or something. No, you got to give me some shit, even though you know that's my team. No, you're not betting straight up. Hell no, because you know we trash right now. So I'm literally just giving you money.
If you bet spread on FanDuel or Casino app or DraftKings, that's cool. If you pull up to me and try to bet spread, you lost me.
That's foul, bro. That's
funny as hell. Oh man, this has been a good Snowden episode. It's chilly. I'm zooted. I'm feeling good. This really has been definitely a good episode.
We're in here.
So one game from each sport that you would watch if you were on your deathbed. Try not to be corny and say the Lakers winning the championship. Because that would be an obvious answer. That's probably what you would want to watch on your way out. But what would be the game? And let's just do football and basketball. We'll leave it there.
No, mine ain't from that. Mine is a specific one. I tried to curate just a little bit, right? If y'all don't mind, right? I left mine a specific way. Check it out, right? So I'm happy that Matt wanted to kind of do this segment, right? Because I was born in Jersey, although I've been in New York a long, long time, right? So on April 15th, 1985, right? I was 8 years old. Marvin Hagler was 60-2. He fought Thomas Hearns, who was 40-1. This fight was called The War. It was at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada, right? Before I could even understand legacy or anything, I understood this. Marvin Hagler was from Newark, New Jersey, and that mattered to me, right? That fight wasn't just violence, right? It was New Jersey standing its ground, right? Because I was from a section of New Jersey that was kind of torn up, you know what I mean, when I was young, you know what I mean? When the riots had taken place, like in '66, of course, I was nowhere near being thought of. My mama wasn't even. But that area called Dodgetown, where I was actually living, was still like you could see it, and that's all my family would talk about, right? So it was dope to like kind of see this as a kid, right? So, but anyway, right? What he did was hurt that man. That fight took 8 minutes, I think. You know what I mean? He destroyed him. And Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard got one of the most classic fights in boxing history. But go see what Marvelous Marvin Hagler did to him. So that's the one sport that I wanted to do. And my thing is all a Jersey thing, so it doesn't have football.
Okay.
Breaks
This
off.
is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. That's what I want to see on my deathbed. That's the first one. What do y'all got? Or do I go to all three of them?
Go through all yours real quick. Go through all of them.
All right, bet. Okay, so now listen. Like that was 85, right? So I saw the same spirit again in basketball, right? The Seton Hall Pirates, they didn't win the national championship in 1989, but they reached the title game and pushed Michigan to overtime, right? That run wasn't about banners. It was about toughness, belief, and refusal to quit, right? Because they was from Jersey, right? And it was kind of crazy. Nobody ever thought that they were going to make it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they didn't win it, but I would love to just see that game over and over again, just hearing all of what they talked about, how they wasn't supposed to make it and all that kind of stuff, but they was there giving them smoke, even though they didn't win, right? Then came the New Jersey Nets. Y'all know I'm a lifelong Laker fan, but I got to tell y'all, in 2002 and 2003 when they went back-to-back, and in 2002 when they got knocked off by my boys, I was secretly rooting for them to win here and there, right? Because that's also what we know is the last about the New Jersey Nets. You know what I mean? But what game I would love to see, right, is going to have to be that game 4, right, of that 2002. And those is what I would want to see on my deathbed. Hagler in Vegas, Seton Hall 89, and the Nets in 2002 game 4.
Okay. I like it.
I respect that.
You want to go or you want me to go?
You got this, Matt.
All right. So, because Kem pulled up 3, I'm going to have a little third one as well. So, I'm going to go WrestleMania 23.
Ooh.
2007.
Fuck.
I always talk about whenever we talk about wrestling, two of my favorite wrestlers of all time is Undertaker and Batista, and they had that feud in 07. WrestleMania, they fought for the heavyweight championship, brother. I would my two favorite fighters of all time are wrestlers going at it. They had that feud. It was beautiful, amazing. Next, I'm gonna stay in 07, October 21st, 2007. Patriots play Miami. Fucking, let me bring up the stats real quick because I want to be specific. Brady throws for 354 yards.
I get you.
Touchdowns. That's the game where he had 5 in the first half.
I get you.
Has 138 yards. Randy Moss has 122 yards. They each have 22, or they each have 22 touchdowns. They each have 2 touchdowns. It's just was one of the most dominant performances of such a dominant year between Brady and Randy Moss. And then my third and final one, I'm just Kobe's final game. On my deathbed, going out with that game, the finale of his career, in the finale of my life, it would be a beautiful end.
Finale of my life. Poetry. I'm telling you, Matt sets the scene.
Come on.
No, there is going to be a new segment every week of Matt setting the scene. Be prepared, Matt. Matt can set a motherfucking scene, brother. What the hell? You chose mine, so I'm trying to fucking pick another.
Wait, the WrestleMania 23?
No, Kobe.
Oh, because you got hyped when I said WrestleMania 23, so I'm like, no shot.
I was trying to make sure that I kept it out of the
bro. Wrestling did not cross my mind for this, but like, since you said wrestling, I mean.
Well, that was top of the head. That was off the melon because Kem brought in a third with boxing, and I was like, fuck it, I want a third. And I don't want to watch boxing like that to have a core memory, but I was like, WrestleMania 23.
Yeah, that's the day before my birthday. So I remember my uncles and all of them being all fucking, you know what I mean, in the thing, trying to make me be a man and shit. You know what I mean? That's like, watch this shit, bald head ass nigga, just like me.
Damn, I'm gonna have to
y'all gotta see him.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to rub my hands together real quick.
Y'all know I love the boxing. That's why I think.
All right, cool. So I would go first off. I mean, football. I would go with the Rams winning the Super Bowl. Not the most recent one, but back when Kurt Warner, the greatest show
The
on
greatest
turf,
show on
won.
turf.
Because when you think about the story, they talk about it all throughout that Super Bowl. This is probably one of my most watched Super Bowls that I've gone back and watched. Kurt Warner, 400 plus yards, slinging touchdowns, Super Bowl MVP, coming from being an arena quarterback all the way to winning the Super Bowl and winning MVPs. Insane story. On my deathbed, I want to be watching some real inspirational stuff. So I guess I can be inspired to die. I don't. If I, I really don't know.
To die?
I want to be fighting. I want to be fighting while you know what I mean. I want to be fighting while I'm going. Yeah. Man. Go ahead, though. I hear you.
With baseball, like realistically here, I would choose the Washington Nationals winning the World Series, but I said not to be like, corny, but like that World Series meant so much to me that year. I'll talk about it on a different pod. But if I did like truly have to pick a baseball game to watch, I'd probably like shit, man. Like when the Red Sox broke the curse the first time and all the players that they had, like when they were in the World Series, not against the Yankees, but when they won the World Series in 2004, I probably watched the game that they won because that was a huge moment. And if I had to make a bag pull, all right, we had some boxing, we had some wrestling. I'm gonna pick a fucking NASCAR race to fucking get us on that.
I knew it.
I gotta do something, man. Look, you guys inspired me to wear a fucking robe, and now I gotta fucking
race.
No, that's crazy. No,
all right.
No, because like the craziest thing about that last race is that his son he blocked the field so that his son and his son's teammate could go win, but his son's teammate wins the race, not his son. And then like his son's teammate, his brother is calling the race up in the fucking booth. So Dale Sr. is back there dead. And Darrell Waltrip is just up there in the booth talking about, yeah, Mikey, yeah, my brother won, yeah, like mad fucking hyped in it. He's just like, I hope Dale's okay. Whoa, Mikey, yeah. Oh my god, I hope Dale's okay. Like it's the most craziest shit to watch. But I'm gonna go. I think if my ear is correct, I'm gonna go 2011. Carl Edwards and Tony Stewart were racing down to the final race, and it had never been done in NASCAR where they entered the race, I think like 1 point ahead of the other. So what happened was that Tony Stewart wins the race, and they tied in points because Carl Edwards came in second. They tied in points, but because Tony Stewart won the race, he also won the championship. So in a sense, that whole race, they're racing for the championship. And it was that Carl Edwards, my favorite driver, lost. But it was I still gotta get props to that race. NASCAR can be exciting too, guys. I know y'all out there hate some NASCAR, but it can be exciting sometimes. Like 25% of the time.
Or take a turn.
And I mean, shit, with that, I mean, does anyone have any closing takes? Anything they want to say before we get out?
Tune the fuck in.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Oh, fuck, Ricky. Ricky.
Make sure you guys don't drive during the snowstorm, man. Don't total your car like me. But at the end of the day, make sure you guys subscribe. We're gonna get out of here. We hope you enjoyed this, random Snowden episode we did. We dressed up, we did all that. We'll be back in studio next week. Don't you worry about it. But make sure you guys tune in, man, because there is not a place, with better laughs, hotter takes, and everything different. We got a lot going on. Come join us. Kick it with us. Whatever with us. Get on the train or get ran over. We're out.
Join that conversation.
It's fucking snowing.
It's fucking snowing.
It's fucking snowing and we're watching football, fellas.